I can't. I'll do this tomorrow.
Live from Latham, New York, home of WAJZ, it's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show.
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah.
Oh, that's our best intro yet.
That was a good one.
Yo, shout out to John Riley coming through majorly today.
Look at, we got the graphics.
Wow.
We got the official sounding announcer, the technical director, like counting us down. And we even got the live studio audience in the back watching.
Dude.
It's like we're on TV.
All right.
Hey!
You guys have a special delivery.
All right, so here's the thing,
Wait,
right?
is that what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
Is that 10th anniversary cake?
This is delicious pastry.
It's been in a freezer
Has this
for
been in
a
the freezer
year.
For...
Would
Oh,
you
God.
try a cake that's been in the freezer for a year?
Yeah, I'll try it, yeah.
All right, so let's get him a piece and we'll try it at the end of the
Was
show.
this a surprise? Is
Okay,
this
I'm gonna
what
cut the piece.
Allie meant when she said she had a present?
Yeah.
Yes, that is exactly
Year-old...
We'll give you a piece of cake, but then you're going to need this.
This is memorial
afterwards.
cake. Yeah.
Did you bring the
Well,
Pepto-Bismol on purpose?
I had no idea, but I was having some stomach trouble today, so I brought my Top Care stomach relief.
Did you open up the
So we're
studio
all-
door?
Maybe because you got to stop eating those
No.
Taco Bell boxes.
Oh, yeah, true.
Ah,
He
man,
came
last
down
night's
here and
box
ate
was really
Taco
good.
Bell at 9:30 in the
Yo,
morning.
dude, I was hungry, and, I got to leave early-ish today, and I'm going to get lunch. So I was like, I want to eat now rather than later, so I'm hungry again for lunch.
Well, I'm Scott,
I'm Bill,
and this is
the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show, the
Happy
longest
number
intro,
40.
longest intro ever.
This one deserved a nice long intro here.
Yeah, for
so,
real.
let's get into this custody war that's going on real quick.
Let us.
All right, so
You got to brief me on this, because
Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna are going to war over custody of their child, Dream, I believe her name is.
Yes.
So they're out there. I guess they're trying to the Kardashians are trying to paint Blac Chyna as an unfit mom, that she's too worried about partying and doing drugs and this is alleged, and men around and all this stuff is just not a healthy environment for the child to grow. Plus, Rob has, the child more
He raises
times
the
than
kid,
not,
yeah.
basically.
But by all accounts, is what I've heard.
So they're going in to try for this custody battle to get Dream 100%.
And make her a Kardashian.
Yeah, well, she is a Kardashian.
I mean, she is.
And here's
she's
the thing, right?
by blood a Kardashian. Yes.
And I think that you're going to see the Kardashians go extra hard on this because out of all the kids, Dream is the only Kardashian. North isn't a Kardashian. Kylie and Kendall, they're not Kardashians.
Right,
so the only Kardashian to,
like next
further
generation,
their brand is
the
Dream.
family name, right? Okay.
So they're going to go extra hard for Dream to get, because they don't want Blac Chyna to be able to profit off of her. Because, Blac Chyna has already tried to profit off her by, getting her name changed and all that stuff.
That's exactly, I think, the problem. Blac Chyna is a succubus. I think she just uses people. She goes around and she figures out what the most opportune, perspective, like the best angle she can get to make the most money, get the most exposure. And that's why, she was with Tyga. Then she was with Rob Kardashian. Now she's not. Who's she going to be with next? Like, I don't think she's in any of this. I saw this real... Oh, wow, that's a big piece.
Jeez.
I saw this really good video on Twitter where this guy in like 40 seconds explained why Rob Kardashian...
Jay, can you just tip the cake real quick so everybody can see how nasty it looks?
Yeah, let's get it nice and close. It's upside down, but you still get the point. Can you tilt your camera down a little bit? There you go.
Yeah,
horrific.
it's been a year old.
There's hair in the
Is
top.
it
Bill will
moldy?
sample
I'm
that.
not eating anything moldy.
It's not moldy.
No, it's not moldy. It just looks moldy.
Oh, because of
It's
the
more of a visual,
color of the frosting.
visual mold rather than a scientific.
That's very... It's been in the freezer for the last year.
It's safe.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Should
then I'll
be
eat
fine.
it.
So what do you think here? Do you think that they have the right to go after this child fully? Or does,
Yes,
does
because I think
Blac
Blac
Chyna
Chyna-
have a right to see her kid
Well,
on the weekends?
She has a right to see her, but I don't think she's going to be a good mom. And I think, as sad as it sounds to say this, I feel like the Kardashian family is a better place for her to be. Like, just in terms of family life. Like, you're not going to hear that from many people many times.
Did Blac
But I think in
Chyna
this case,
out
yes.
Kardashian the Kardashians?
Yeah, look at that. Like, you look at the Kardashians as I don't know, though. Like, you would look at the Kardashians as a shining example of the kind of family not to be. But honestly, they're doing pretty good, and they're not really terribly dysfunctional.
Honestly, I don't know why they get so much hate that they get, to be honest with you. Yeah, they don't do nothing with their life, and they have the easiest jobs and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, you still got to be pretty smart to be able to market all that stuff.
Exactly.
And they are selling their bodies or whatever you want to say, but they're not out there hurting anybody, and that's the one thing.
Right. I used to look at it like, the meatheads on Jersey Shore, like, oh, they have no talent, they're famous for no reason. But that's not really what the Kardashians are. Like, the Kardashians were famous then, and they're still famous now because they know what they're doing. They're smart, and they make the best of it. Yeah.
That's why they're trying to lock down Dream,
yeah,
so they can manage the Kardashian brand moving forward, because in 20 years from now, when they need to have the face of the iconic Dash brand, it's her.
The Dash brand?
I don't know. Isn't it called Dash? Don't they have a store called Dash?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I believe
that much.
so. I'm pretty sure that they have
right.
something called Dash.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll see what comes with that, but I definitely think that Dream should be with the Kardashians full time. I don't know. I don't really like Blac Chyna. Plus, I heard Blac Chyna was in the studio making music now. Like. Seriously, if Cardi B is going to open the Pandora's box for anybody thinking they can make a song.
Anybody can make a song if, they've got a marketing team behind them. That's the thing. So.
All right, so we also got Mel B. She is being accused of witness tampering.
Cardi B's sister, Mel. No, just kidding. They're not related.
No,
Mel B, the former Spice Girl, Scary Spice.
Yeah, she's on America's Got Talent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know how she's going through this divorce.
Yeah.
Where she accused of her husband of domestic violence and all of this
and
stuff.
And there's really weird, like kinky, threesome type stuff that was flying around. There's interesting orgies and sex parties that they would have allegedly. Everything's alleged on the Cubicle show.
Well, now this one person came out. I'm not sure of her name, but she's coming out and she's saying that, hey, this is all lie. Mel B's husband, ex-husband, whatever he is at this point in time, never did any of this stuff, and allegedly Mel B sent her some texts saying, yo, back off, yada, 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 whatever those texts are saying. Then they haven't released what that is. So, but if she's being charged with
witness tampering?
With felony, they opened a felony investigation into witness tampering. So she said something in those text messages more than, hey, back off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Probably
I mean?
some kind of threat.
But who is this one girl to say what happened or not? How do you know what happened behind closed doors? You know what I mean?
Unless she was there for the kinky sex party.
Was she the third person?
Was she the fourth person?
But just because she was there sometimes doesn't mean she wasn't abused when she's not around. And I think
that's fair.
You know what I mean? Because
and all she can say is what she's seen. So, who knows?
Yeah.
Witness testimony is really, if we want to get into the nitty-gritty of the legal system, I don't know. Witness testimony has always seemed really sketchy to me.
Well, something happens in front of you. You ask you what happened 10 minutes later. You got a different story than exactly what happened.
Right.
It may be the main points, but little details change a lot.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't know. I
speaking
guess
of witnessing kinky sex things.
Stuff.
This is my favorite pun that we've ever made on this show.
Let him have it.
The Ted Cruz XXX SenaTOUR life.
Shout out Lil Uzi for that XO tour life. Yeah, it's so good.
So tell this story.
All right, so damn, this one's crazy here. I don't know the full details or whatever. Actually, somebody should go onto his Twitter and see if it's still there.
It's probably not. I'll go look
Ted
it up.
Cruz was surfing on Twitter yesterday, and I guess he either follows some porn sites or he likes to frequently go to porn handles. And when he was on one of them, he ended up liking a hardcore sex scene act, like that XXX, crazy like. I mean, it's just right there, something you don't expect, the senator of Texas.
Yeah, he's
he's especially with
conservative,
everything,
like Republican, Christian values kind of dude. It's not there anymore.
Oh, so he unliked
it's
it.
gone. I figure as soon as that news broke, it was probably gone.
How do you clean that one up? Because so you got to be like, okay, well, I don't know how I ended up liking it. You could say if it was on your timeline, you could be like, oh, I didn't mean I was scrolling through and I accidentally liked it, right? That happens all the time.
Sure.
Right?
But if it's on your timeline, then follow
then you're following
that Twitter account, right?
And then if it's not on your timeline, you're not following it, so you're actively seeking out.
I can think of a series of hoops you may be able to jump through that could potentially justify this, although it is it's a bit far-fetched, but you know how you get follows or likes and retweets and favorites from like porn bot accounts. You know, something like my pinned tweet. It's a Roger Rabbit quote. Porn bots love that thing. I don't know why. And sometimes maybe he's scrolling through his notifications and he's like, oh, I got a like from. Let's see who this is from. And he clicks the account and he's like, oh, it's a porn account. Let me just. He's being however old he is. He's probably in his 50s, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to use his phone. He tries to swipe it away and accidentally fat fingers the like button on this tweet, and he doesn't even realize it. I could feasibly see something like that happening.
You just gave him his only way out.
That is what I think is probably his only way out. Either that or he went to this page, he was like, ooh, look at that, and accidentally hit
All
like.
I want to say is like, all right, so Ted, let me just give you a few tips here, bro. All right? You're in the public eye, man. You're like a senator of Texas. You ran for president. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if anything goes down if you're trying to run again in 2020. I wouldn't be surprised at that. But you're a public figure. You got your public account. I don't know how many people follow it. We'll say a couple million people follow you. You don't go to porn handles on that one. Make a Ted Cruz, not your senator, handle.
Hashtag not my senator. Is that?
No, not that. But like,
I
Ted
see
Cruz,
what
not
you're
your senator.
saying.
Just make up another handle
Just
and use that one.
A different
Use
account.
A fake account or something because this
That's
doesn't
why
look
I feel
good
like
for
it
you.
had to be
And
a
whatever
mistake.
happened to just going to Pornhub?
From your Ted Cruz Twitter account. You have it linked. Can you link your Twitter account?
I don't know.
Is that the place where you can like sign in with Facebook?
Don't know. We're
Oh,
banned
man.
from going to those sites at work, or else
Yeah.
I'd say let's try it out. Well, I mean, so freaky Ted Cruz, everybody.
Yeah. Another thing about it is that like for people to notice, it had to have been up there for a while. Like there's not people sitting trolling Ted Cruz's.
I bet
likes
you there
all the-
is.
Actually, there probably are. People got a
Especially
lot of time on their
nowadays
hands on the
with
internet.
everything going on
Yeah.
in Texas
Yeah,
and
you're right.
the world, and he's been one of the bigger names in politics over the past
Mhm.
couple of years. So I think there's people trolling this stuff.
Okay.
And
That's fair.
I don't think you could blame it on being hacked either because it was only one.
Right. No, I don't think it was hacked.
Like
it
if
would've
you
been
went through and like 20
yeah,
of them, I'd
right.
be like, okay, you're hacked.
That's what I thought when I saw it. I was like, oh, there's probably a lot more. No, just one.
It's-
But it turned into a meme. Like I've been seeing some funny memes pop up from comedy Twitter accounts. So that's something good.
This is the most relevance Ted Cruz has ever had. He could probably have used this publicity before the election.
It worked for Donald Trump.
And speaking of nakedness and that XXX life, Chrissy Teigen back at it again. Let him have it.
All right, so Chrissy Teigen, this is also on Twitter. She recently tweeted. Let me get my sheet here because I got all the quotes. That's not the right sheet.
He's not prepared.
Oh no, the
ladies and
sheet's right. It's right in
gentlemen.
front of my
There it is.
face. So she tweeted a screenshot, and the caption was, "My doctor was kind enough to give me his number, and I'm going to make him regret this." This is the kind of thing Chrissy Teigen does all the time. Her message to him said, "Can I send you a picture of my butt cheek? I think I got some sort of bites or rash from snorkeling in Italy. I'm in London, or I would come in." And it had the little ellipsis, the iMessage always typing back. Now, of course, this is a hilarious Chrissy Teigen because who wouldn't want to see Chrissy Teigen's butt cheek? Am I right?
Again.
Obviously. And now somebody else, it gets even funnier. Somebody else on Twitter asked her if she uses adult baby diapers or has ever thought about it. And you know what she said back?
She does.
Classic Chrissy Teigen wit. Quote, this is a quote, "Yes and yes."
Burn. And burn.
Oh, but one of my favorite things is about, people love Chrissy Teigen because, oh, she's so relatable. She's so real. She's a real person. Yeah, she's a real person that got a rash from snorkeling in Italy and she can't go to the doctor because now she's in London. Super relatable.
And she's so privileged that she can text her doctor.
Thanks.
You love Chrissy
Thanks,
Teigen,
Don.
don't you?
Don Pardo. You like Chrissy
G-Dog,
Teigen?
what do you think about Chrissy Teigen?
Carry on.
Carry on.
All right. Yeah,
All right,
I don't
so
like
you
her.
don't have much to say
Nope.
about her either then.
So that's, oh, man. Oh, do we have enough time to talk about more skin?
Let's
Let's
finish
hit
up
this
the
real
skincare
quick.
real quick.
Pharrell, because I feel like I haven't contributed much to the show today.
I did kind of lead it for like the first 10
Yeah,
minutes. So.
Pharrell. So homeboy's 44 years old, but he still looks exactly the same as he did when he was like 20 years ago. Look at pictures of Pharrell from like the mid 90s
Yeah.
and now, and he
What's his
looks
secret?
the same. So he shared his secrets, and he said, "Quote: I exfoliate like a madman. When you exfoliate and you drink a lot of water, that does good for you. To me, the key is just exfoliating like a monster. There's a lot of dead skin all the time, like a narcissistic madman. Here's my theory. I think Pharrell, I'm reading between the lines here, I think he's trying to tell us that he sold his soul to the devil for immortality.
Yep.
Because look at the words that he used to describe. Madman, monster, narcissistic madman.
And water.
Yeah. And water. And exfoliate. So
Those are that's the key.
But I think a narcissistic madman would
And if
sell
it
his soul to
wasn't-
the devil.
And if it wasn't to the devil, it was to the Illuminati or whatever secret organization you believe exists nowadays.
Somebody that has some kind of pull. So we got to basically what we got to do now is 20 years from today on the Cubicle Show, we'll take a look at a picture of Pharrell, and if he still looks the same, then we know he sold his soul. That's the test.
I'm gonna be dead in 20 years.
I may very well be as well.
All right, so that's that for this episode of the Cubicle Show. Remember, we are giving you an opportunity to win a brand new MacBook Pro.
Yo.
Back to school season on Jams 96.3. So listen, weekdays, get yourself qualified for that MacBook with a Jams Back to School bag. And on Fridays at 4:40, we announce the grand prize winner.
And you know it's good because we use a MacBook to do the Cubicle Show now.
What?
It's Scott's MacBook.
Yo, you could do your own Cubicle Show.
Yeah.
You could do the bedroom show if you win.
Yo, should we do a sequel and call it the Tubicle Show?
What is that?
Like the cubicle except with a 2. Like
Okay. All right, so we're out of here on that note. We'll see you tomorrow 10:30 on the Eastern time because, you know,
it's the only time zone that matters.
later. Oh, wait, that's not it. I meant to do this one. All right, guys, bye.
One. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill
Well,
Scott
what's your thoughts?
Cubicle Show.
It's
the
old.
Bill Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show. Bill Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. Bill Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah. Cubicle Show. We just got 1.